your villain origin story. Like, it's not a flex, it's not cute, and it's not funny, and it doesn't make you any more relatable just because something bad happened to you. Like, it's literally like, stop flexing all of the horrible things that people have done to you. It's just not that deep. Stop trying to like argue with this person who doesn't even have the level of consciousness to be able to keep their mean words in. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And you're telling me that you're sitting here trying to argue with that person who can't even keep in all of their negative, rude, like, perceptions of you? Relieve yourself of the burden of getting even. Relieve yourself the burden of getting revenge. Getting even, getting revenge, it's all excuses. It is all just another reason for you to get back into that negative energy that you crave so much. You're thinking, Kiana, I don't like being negative. Why would you say that? Like, this person did me wrong. I want to get them back. Why do you want to get them back? To make them feel as bad as they made you feel. What does that actually do for you? Okay, like 99% of the time, I'm gonna say 100% of the time, all it does is put you back in that energy of chasing, of trying to like hurt someone, and it just puts you in that mode of like analyzing what somebody else is doing and trying your very hardest to hurt them, which you're just becoming the person that you tried so desperately to get revenge on. Like, why? Just stop doing it. It's like, it's literally an excuse for you to continue your addiction to suffering, your addiction to being right, your addiction to being like the winner or whatever. Just cut it out. It's not necessary. I can't tell you how many times I have tried to get even with people, or just try to say like the worst possible things to someone who hurt me to try to get them to feel as bad as they made me feel. And you know what it did every single time? It put me in this state where I was hyper fixated on their response. I was hyper fixated on what I was saying. I was in this mode of, I need to hurt them, I need to do this. And it just put me in like this survival mode almost, because it's like I'm trying so hard to hurt somebody else when the best revenge is just feeling good. The best revenge is not even noticing what the person who did you wrong did. That's like the best, most beautiful feeling, when somebody hurts you and you don't even notice. It doesn't even register in your head because you're not in that mindset of addicted to suffering, addicting to being right. You're in the mindset of you're just in your own lane. Like, you don't even care. Like, if someone like leaves you a hate comment, are you gonna sit there, craft this like 3-paragraph response, and that maybe took you like 15 minutes to write? Or are you gonna look at it, delete it, or look at it and just not even let it register in your head? It's like you're wasting so much valuable time and energy on the people who, like, that's the last place you want to put that energy. Like, why? And if anything, if you want to do anything with this energy that was just thrown at you, like, let's say someone like calls you a bad name or something, or someone really, really hurts you and did something terrible to you. Could you imagine spending the rest of your life thinking about it? Could you imagine like taking that and making that your villain origin story? Like, it's not a flex, it's not cute, and it's not funny, and it doesn't make you any more relatable just because something bad happened to you. Like, it's literally like, stop flexing all of the horrible things that people have done to you. It's just not that deep. I got cut off, but karma is the universe's job. Like, I feel like we took the concept of karma and like all of that stuff, and we took it upon ourselves to enact all of this karma and all this revenge on people, when that's not our job. And if you start putting all of this energy into being like vengeful and trying to force all of this negative energy onto other people, what is that gonna do for your karma? What? Like, it makes no sense. But it's so easy, and I think especially with the culture nowadays, like, I always see people like, okay, if he did that to me, I'm slashing his tires, I'm doing this. Like, let's say your boyfriend cheats on you. Are you gonna crash out? Or are you gonna, be emotional, be in your emotions yourself without putting them onto somebody else, and then bye. The door. Like, you don't have to entertain that, okay? Like, it's so silly and stupid. And also, like, your job in that moment, if someone does you wrong, if someone does you dirty, your job is to feel all of the emotions, get all of that energy out of your system, do some breath work, do some meditation, do some journaling, or just do some good old-fashioned screaming into a pillow, sobbing, all of that. And then your job is to feel as happy as you can possibly feel. That's your job. Every waking moment, you're like, what can I do right now to get this situation out of my head and to get something positive, something satisfying, something beautiful and amazing into my system? That is your job. And let's also talk about how, like, when you actually put this into practice, when you actually say, like, I don't give a fuck what you do to me, I don't care. I don't care. You know what happens when you actually, like, feel good even though someone is doing something wrong to you? The universe will always get the person back. Always, always, always. I have so many situations where it's like someone did something horrible to me and then I felt pretty bad about it. And then, like, a couple years later, it doesn't have to be years, maybe it'll be like a week later, but a couple years later, some stuff happened to that person and I had nothing to do with it. I'm not over here sitting down and, like, trying to curse them, put a hex on them, put the evil eye on them. None of that. I don't care. That's the universe's job. Like, my job is to just sit here and have a good time and be happy. My job is not to spend any more time, energy, all of these valuable resources on the person who did me wrong. Like, why would you do that to yourself? It's so dumb. So dumb. But also understandable. We've all been there. We've all been there. But stop it, because the more you put it into the universe's hands, like, the universe will provide you with that, with the satisfaction of the karma. But the trick, the gag is you have to forget about it first. You have to be so okay with the situation. You have to not care at all. And when you finally get to that point where it doesn't affect you anymore, when it's just, like, not something you think about, that's when all of a sudden the universe bites back on that person and all of this stuff happens to them. And you're like, oh, I don't even care about that, but that's crazy because this whole time I've been thinking, I want to get my revenge, but I don't care, so I'm not going to do that. And then when I finally feel okay, I find out all of this stuff. So just trust me on this. Like, stop putting your energy into it. Think about all of the things you could do with the time that you spent writing that paragraph, with the time that you spent slashing that guy's tires, with the time that you spent stalking his account. You could be doing so much. You could be on vacation, you could be building your dream business, you could be working out, you could be cooking, doing your makeup. There's so many other more fun things to do with your time and energy. So relieve yourself the burden of getting revenge, because that's not a human's job. That is not our responsibility. That is not something we need to be a part of. That is something that we give to the universe, okay? Like, just forget about it. Forget about it, be at peace with it, and that's when all of the revenge will happen to the other person, when you are actually in a good place. And don't get caught up in it, and don't be like, ha ha ha, I'm so glad that person is suffering. Like, F them. Just like, just take it with a grain of salt. Just be like, oh, that's I'm not gonna say I'm happy for them that they experienced that, but I'm just saying that, like, that makes sense from the situation that just happened. I feel like I'm losing you. Just stop caring about what other people say or do. And it's so easy, like, it's easier said than done, but I think the easiest way to do this is if you think about the thing. Okay, let's say the thought comes in your head again, like, oh, he cheated on me. Instead of wallowing in that sadness for God knows how long, just switch it around. Be like, what do I want to do? Like, who do I want to be with? What do I want to do with my life right now? Do I want to go out to eat? Do I want to go see my friends? Do I want to do this? Ooh, look at that cute guy over there. Like, stop putting the energy on them. Or if someone leaves you a negative comment, like I said before, stop trying to, like, argue with this person who doesn't even have the level of consciousness to be able to keep their mean words in. Like, what's the thing you learn as a child? If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And you're telling me that you're sitting here trying to argue with that person who can't even keep in all of their negative, rude, like, perceptions of you? Like, first of all, that's not gonna end well. Like, they're never gonna actually understand your perspective. They're never gonna actually agree with you. So why waste your time on it? Because it's literally pointless. And I think that subconsciously a part of us really likes it. Like, we kind of really love when someone sends us a hate comment, because that means that we can go off on some random person and then start like a 3-day long internet battle. Like, that's not cute. It's not a flex. Like, it's just, like, stop putting your time and energy on that. It's embarrassing, honestly. Like, you need to get it together and stop caring what other people think. Like, it's embarrassing. It's not cute, not a flex, doesn't make you pretty, doesn't make you more relatable, none of that. It makes you look embarrassing. It is, it does. Like, stop it. And I'm also talking to myself, because a couple years ago, I was that girl. Okay, if someone sent me a hate comment, oh my God, don't even get me started. Or if someone did something to me, not anymore, because my time is just too expensive. Like, I'm not, like, if I think that I am beautiful, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm strong, I'm healthy, why? But yet I'm like trying to argue with this person who's clearly not even aware that, like, they don't need to be doing all that. The two just don't go together. You need to pick one. Like, do you want to be pretty, smart, healthy, or do you want to talk to the haters? Do you want to let the negative energy absorb you, consume you? Stop it. Stop it. Revenge, karma is the universe's job. It is not your job. You do not need to manifest something bad happening to somebody else. All that does is fuck with your own karma. Just let it be. And I'm telling you, like, you will end up getting what you want. But at that point, it's like it doesn't even register to you because you're so far removed from the situation. Yeah. If you need a personal stylist who is intuitively led and spiritually informed and is also just really stylish, click the link in my bio. My website will be in the description. And yes, that's all I have to say. Goodbye. Stop it. Stop caring. Stop putting your energy on those stupid people. It's so embarrassing of you. You need to chill out.